What's up, y'all? This is the MOBC. About to talk about this BS that's going on in the Ytbc. What's up, everybody? This is the MOBC. Real quick, I want to give a special shout out to all the real boxing heads out there, because without you guys, I don't know who I'd be talking boxing with. You know, besides my father, who was a diehard boxing fan, there really isn't too many people around these parts of the world that I could speak boxing with. And the only place that I could talk boxing with is a YouTube community. So shout out to each and all and every one of y'all who are really, really dedicated to keeping the sport alive, speaking on boxing, and keeping it boxing. Not having beefs with certain channels, not having beefs with comment sections. You know, I realized the other day I was on a hangout on Corey Boxing. And a lot of the times I get on there and we speak boxing, and sometimes I make jokes, harmless jokes about boxing and about boxers, and it's all in fun. And one guy from the LDBC, put me on, he's a moderator on that channel, and he put me on timeout because I said that Ortiz was 73 years old. Now, it's a harmless joke. It's a very, very harmless joke. All over the Ytbc, we always talk about jokes that go on, about boxers. And we make fun, and it's all good and laughs. But the guy put me on timeout. Now, I've been on Blood Boxing's live hangouts, and I've seen Juicy J jokes. I've seen steroid jokes. I've seen jokes about AJ being getting needles pumped up in his buttocks. Coon. All types, but no one gets put on timeout. And what that made me realize is, you're either a boxing fan of the sport, or you're a fanboy of a certain individual and a fanboy of a certain group. I'm a fan of boxing. I don't get involved with other channels who beef with other channels. If I'm cool with, let's say, I'm really, really cool with the Boxing Librarian, right? Like, in Boxing Librarian is one of my favorite boxing channels, if not my favorite boxing channel in the Ytbc. If I'm cool with the Boxing Librarian and he's beefing with, let's say, I'm just going to say a fake name, Boxing Chevrolets, right? Boxing Buick Boxing, right? And I'm cool with that Buick Boxing. I'm not going to fall out with the Boxing Librarian or fall out with Buick Boxing just because they're beefing. I stay out of it because I'm only here for boxing. I'm only here for boxing. I see certain channels beef with other channels. And I even see other channels instigate beef with other channels. And to me, are you a boxing fan? Are you here for boxing? Or are you here to beef with other channels? That's the part that I don't understand, right? Like, for instance, we have people like, we have groups out there like, sorry guys, I can't remember. Larry, Boxing Talk. I think it's Talk Boxing or Boxing Talk. It's an older Caucasian fella, and he just talks boxing. And I remember he made this whole video about Floyd Mayweather. He said nothing racist about Floyd Mayweather. He didn't use the N-word. He did not say anything that indicated that he was racist towards black people. And some guy from those groups, it's like 2 or 3 guys, attacked him, called him a racist, says he hates black fighters, says that he doesn't, he's jealous of black fighters, that he just wants to support white fighters. And I watched his video 3 or 4 times. It was like an hour video long. This video was like 2 years ago, guys. And I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything about him being racist. All I heard was him criticize Floyd Mayweather. I've also heard another black channel, I don't want to say the name, but he spoke on Triple G. He did not say anything racist about Triple G. All he did was talk about Triple G's opponents, talk about how Triple G don't want to move up to 168, which I always thought Triple G didn't have to do. If you want to stay 160, he could stay at 160. But anyway, all he did was talk about Triple G not doing certain things that past fighters have done. And he said, why compare him to Marvin Hagler? And I agree. And what happened? European boxing fanboys attacked this man. Says he only wants to support black fighters. Says he always talks bad about European fighters. That he hates European fighters. And this is what I'm talking about. It's either a white or a black thing. It's never a boxing thing. That's the reason why I came up with the MOBC, my own boxing community, where I don't want to talk about fighters because of their race. I don't want to like another channel because they only support a black channel. I don't want to like another channel because they only support white fighters. And I don't want to support a black channel because they only support black fighters. It's silly, you guys. It's silly. And all you stupid idiots, you stupid moderators, and you stupid faceless comment section, you guys are responsible for fueling the gasoline, putting fire, lighting a match in the gasoline and flooding these other stupid channels out there who have an agenda to keep the YouTube boxing community a race thing. It's so stupid. You got great white fighters, you got great Latin fighters, you got great black fighters, you got great Asian fighters. That's how it works. Since when was the Ytbc about black and white? It is sickening to me. You know, I want to give a special shout out to Haplotype. Haplotype made one of the best videos that I've ever seen about the Ytbc. It wasn't no beef. It wasn't no funk. He reached out to someone that he respects because he just wants to talk boxing. And it was probably a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding that somehow got misconstrued. And I hope that it's settled. Because guys like Haplotype, Boxing Librarian, Red Glove Militant, me, the Fox Strikes, Jay Cotto, 10 Players, Cigar Boxing, all these guys, Yardy Boxing, Charlie Boxing, all these guys that just want to keep it boxing and keep the sport alive. You know, it would be so nice if me and a Wilder fanboy could be on a chat and clown each other. Clown AJ. Clown Usyk. Let me clown Wilder. Let me clown Ortiz and go back and forth and us have fun with it and still be cool. Instead, if I say that Wilder has 39 bums on his resume besides Fury and Ortiz, I shouldn't be blocked or put on timeout. Talk about AJ's opponents. I don't care. It's all in fun. Sure, let's talk about Gennady Golovkin. No way he's not Hagler. And I'll joke about it. I'll joke about it and have fun about it. I don't need some European boxing fanboy to get all butthurt and start talking about me personally. But we can't have that in a Ytbc because there's too many fanboys out there. It's too many of you fanboys out there who are so obsessed with a certain fighter that now you take it personal. You take it personal to the point where you make it seem like they're paying you. I'm a fan of boxing, and we're going to keep it boxing. Shout out to all the real boxing heads out there. because you're out there. And shout out to the guys in the comment section, the true guys in the comment section who are here for the sport, who's here to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Karan, Bread, the Quags, Pesh, Ben Worsley, all you guys, Crimson Kings, Machiavelli, the longest name in the YTBC. Shout out to him. You know, all these guys. It's so many of you guys to name, I can't even remember. 8 Sins, like all you guys who just keep it boxing. The Shepherd of Sons, you know, we just keep it boxing and have fun with it. But all the rest of you clowns, I'm done with all you clowns. I'm done with all you guys who make videos ranting and crying about the sport of boxing and talking about money and the business side of boxing. I want to talk boxing, man. I'm going to talk about old school fighters, new school fighters, and keep it boxing. Shout out to all you guys. Salute. All right? We keep it real out here, the MOBC.